This is Richard back at you. Got the AC going today. Got to get the door closed. We got Miss Peyton at the camera today, guys. We're excited. So another month at school, and she'll be out doing all the camera work up here. So she's going to be having a lot of fun. We have a lot more videos to come, definitely. Now we got John's 04 Dodge in the house. We're doing the transmission on it. We're doing the 273D transfer case. We've already got the transmission done. But we're going to go through the transfer case, just make sure the bushings look good, or the bearings, stuff like that. We don't see a lot of wear on these, mainly just the fork inserts and stuff like that. Other than that, these things last a million miles. I mean, they just keep on going as long as you keep fluid in them, keep from leaking. So we're going to get the electric motor off of it first. Come over this way a little bit, kind of see what we're doing. Now these are 10 millimeter. Has a little rubber seal right here. Keeps any moisture from getting in the motor inside the transfer case. Don't see very many failures there. Okay, this is a really healthy unit. So I got to figure out how to work this thing there. 1, 2, there we go. He wasn't having any problems with it. But you can start to see we're getting a little bit of condensation. Looks like a little bit of seepage through here and stuff like that. So it's just time to get it done. Make sure we got all of our bolts. You don't want to tap on any of these little ears or anything like that, because you can break them off. You can get you I have a little special screwdriver that I got that physically get in there. It's metal all the way through the end. You can get them at Harbor Freight. Work really good. Fluid looks really nice in this. Like I said, I believe he kept it serviced quite a bit. So, and we have our pump right here. We have a really flexible hose right here. It will come off. You just got to push it. Now this is your pump. Small gears in there. The drive shaft turns this pump. Once the vehicle starts moving, drive shaft spins, the pump activates and starts pumping. And once you get your pump out, you have this big snap ring right there. See it right here. Some of these things are really stout. Come on. There we go. I mean, those things are stout. If you see a little bit of wear on your snap ring, like right through here, you can flip that over and it'll start wearing through here. So it actually reverts the wear from side to side. So snap ring still looks in really good shape. Now we got like 400 bolts around this transfer case half, so we'll get all these out real quick. So this is only 13 you're going to find right here. The rest of them going to be 10 millimeters. Like I say, you can see here 273D. If you need any parts, that's what you're going to order it by, this number here or the last 8 of the VIN number. And our 13 bolt here is a totally different bolt. You can identify kind of where it goes. This little spot right here, you can put a scratch mark or something to let you know where it goes. Sometimes it holds a bracket. Sometimes it's just there. It's hard to say. So look all the way around it. Make sure we got all of our bolts. Same way that you really don't put a spot in here to pry these things apart. You just got to kind of find the seam and get in here and just split it. Like that, it'll just come apart. Now when you go to put it back together, you'll want to dress that area right there, knock them little burrs down where you popped it apart. You can come in here and do your input bearing here. We got our filter suction here. Looks really good. You can tell he really takes care of his vehicles. So we don't see much wear in these things. They're just so big. Chains are big. Everything about them is really big. So zero material in the pan on this thing. Any type of metal on the magnet, there's just no trash anywhere. Really nice looking unit. So get our snap ring off here. And then we're going to have another one here. They are the same. Now these sprockets are the same too. You can retro them back and forth. I try to leave them if I'm putting the chain back on this thing, not doing anything. I put the sprockets back on exactly like they came off. So if you also, they might want to identify you by this purple tab right here. If you get your chain aftermarket or something like that, they might ask you, does it have 1 purple tab, 3 purple tabs, the measurement, the width, even maybe the counting on each lug on the chain. So now here's our shift fork here. These are our shift fork inserts. You can see the blue one's starting to get some wear onto it right here. These are starting to get really thin. The fork looks really good shape. We didn't expect to see any wear there. Mainly just on these little plastic inserts. You want to look at this collar right here. And this is where it locks onto this gear right here, where it locks the chain in. You can see this is pointed, this is pointed. This here is a flat spot. If you put the flat, it'll go, but it won't work properly. So you want to make sure you put these back together right where the pointed goes towards the pointed so they lock on it simple. You want to look on both sides for any type of wear. Same way here. Now this is your range fork. Puts it in low range. Now this is a little bit different type of insert. Fragile stuff here compared to these here. They do the same thing, just different designs. Fork looks good. Now you want to get in here and look at this collar. You can tell this gentleman doesn't use 4-wheel drive very much. I mean, there's really not much wear on this collar at all, it doesn't seem. At all. It looks really nice right through here where it locks on down in here. We'll get this seal out of here and then Excuse me. Now we have a snap ring down in here. Can you see that down in there? Gonna There's your snap ring. Look at your input bearing, look at your ring gear on both sides for any type of wear. Come in here, look at this planetary right here. Now look at your plastic washer here. And then when you get down in here, you're going to have one just like it, but it's going to be a 2-tab washer. Look at your planet for any wear on both sides of the gears, for any rocking, any pin discoloring. You also want to look in here for any wear in here where this collar locks in. Same way here, where it locks in down here. So, not too bad, just a couple minor parts. Going to get this thing back together really nice. A lot less wear than we thought it was going to have, so really nice for the gentleman. Peyton, I want to thank you for recording again. You did a really, really good job. I can't wait till you get out of school and come work full-time for us and make that money. Aren't you excited? Yep. Well, thank you again. Y'all don't forget to subscribe. We have a lot more shows to come. Y'all stay tuned. Have a great weekend.